welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's topic is environmental laws with a special reference to the air, water, and sound. So let's get started. Environmental law is a collective term encompassing aspects of law that provide protection to the environment. So basically, environmental law is a collective term encompassing aspect of the law that provide protection to the environment. A related but distinct set of regulatory regimes, not strongly influenced by the environmental legal principles, focus on the management of specific natural resources such as forest, mineral, or fisheries. Early examples of legal enactments designed to con- consciously preserve the environment for its own sake or human enjoyment are found throughout the history. In the common law, the primary protection was found in law of nuisance, but this is only allowed for private action for damages or injunctions if there was harm to land. By the end of 20th century, environmental law had been stabilized as a component of the legal landscape in all developed nations of the world, many developing ones, and the larger project of international law. List of environmental laws in India. First is Water Prevention and Control of Pollution, Water Act 1974. Second is Water Sesh Act 1977, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, Biological Diversity Act 2002, Environment Protection Act 1986, Forest Conservation Act 1980, Hazardous Waste Handling and Management Act 1989, Indian Forest Act 1927, the National Environment Tribunal Act 1995, National Green Tribunal Act 2010, Noise Pollution Rule 2000, Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act of 2001, Public Liability Insurance Act 1991, the Scheduled Tribe and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act 2006, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution 1974, Wildlife Protection Amendment Act 2002, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. The need of protection and conservation of environment and sustainable use of natural resources is reflected in the constitutional framework of India and also in the international commitments of India. The Constitution under Part 4th Article 51A, the fundamental duties. Article 51A includes fundamental duties, cast a duty on every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, river, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Further, the Constitution of India under Part 4th Article 48A, Directive Principle of State Policies, stipulates that the state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Several environment protection legislation existed even before independence of India. However, the true thrust for putting in force a well-developed framework came only after the UN conference, United Nations Conference on the Human Environment, which is a Stockholm conference in 1972. Act related to air pollutions. The Factories Act and Amendment 1948 was the first to express concern for the working environment of the workers. The amendment of 1987 has sharpened its environmental focus and expanded its application hazardous process. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981 provides for the control and abatement of, or we can say, reduction of air pollution. It entrusts the power of enforcing this act to the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB), which is Central Pollution Control Board. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Rules 1982 defines the procedures of the meeting of the boards and the powers entrusted to them. The Atomic Energy Act 1982 deals with the radioactive waste. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Amendment Act 1987 empowers the central and state pollution control board to meet with the emergencies of air pollution. The Motor Vehicle Act 1988 states that all the hazardous waste is to be properly packaged, labeled and transported. Act related to pollution. The Indian Fisheries Act 1897 stabilizes two sets of offences penal offences whereby the government can sue any person who uses dynamite or other explosive substances in any way, whether coastal or inland, with the intent to catch or destroy any fish or poisonous fish in order to kill. So first is the Indian Fisheries Act 1897 stabilizes two sets of penal offences whereby the government can sue any person who use dynamite or other explosive substances in any way, whether coastal or inland, with the intent to catch or destroy any fish or poisonous fish in order to kill. Next is the River Board Act 1956 enables the states to enroll the central government in setting up an advisory river board to resolve issues in interstate cooperation. The Merchant Seeping Act 1917 aims to deal with the waste arising from ships along the coastal areas within a specified radius. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 stabilizes an institutional structure for preventing and abating water pollution. It stabilizes standards for water quality and effluents. Polluting industries must seek permission to discharge waste into effluents body, the liquid body. The CPCB is Central Pollution Control Board was constituted under this act. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Sesh Act 1977 provides for the levy and collection of cess or fees on H2O, water consuming industries, and local authorities. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution says Rule 1978 contains the standard definition and indicates the kind of and location of meters that every consumer of water is required to affix. The Coastal Regulation Zone 1991 notification puts regulations on various activities including construction, etc. It gives some protection to the backwater and estuaries. International laws, global and regional environmental issues are increasingly the subject of international law. Debates over environmental concern implicate core principles of international law and have been the subject of numerous international agreements and declarations. Sorry, it's declarations. International environmental law also includes the opinion of international courts and tribunals. While there are few and they have limited authority, their decisions carry much weight with the legal commentators and are quite influential on the development of international environmental law. So, this is the topic for your MSc exam or BSc exam, or you are preparing for any competitive exam like government exam like UPSC, UPPCS and all, उसके लिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है एंड एज वेल एज आपके एमएससी एग्ज़ाम के लिए इन्वामेंटल साइंस, इन्वामेंटल स्टडीज़ एंड इकोलॉजी जो चैप्टर है, इकोलॉजी के जो चैप्टर्स है उसमें ये आपका इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है एक। एंड आई होप आपको वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। वीडियो पसंद आती है तो अभी तक आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, सो गाइस प्लीज़ डू लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब। थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट।